So today, I'm gonna talk about saving money and just being better in general. And if you ever wondered how to, or just been thinking about saving money, I think this video will be. Disclaimer: I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional by any sorts, but I'm gonna just offer some things that really help you to get better at saving money and figure it out. Because a lot of us aren't told financial tactics or not even taught about it. You know what I'm saying? And as you become an adult, you think you know, but you really don't know. So in this video, I'm gonna just give you guys 5 hacks that's really helped me get better at saving money. So number 1, know how much you need on essentials a month. And when I say essentials, I just mean rent, car payments, all that stuff. Know what you need enough for that, and always try to have that no matter what. Like, that's basically a non-negotiable to have that amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest you figure out. So and anything else after that is kind of wants. I wouldn't say food is a want, but you have to have like discernment as far as like what you're getting. Like, some of you may be able to get, you know what I'm saying, your soda or your snacks, but some of you might have to stick to like, yo, I need to stick to having a steak, some type of protein, some type of carb and vegetable and meal prep that's gonna last me a week. Some of you might not have the luxury just to have pizza, you know what I'm saying, I would say fresh fruit is fine, but fresh fruit, you have to eat that up within a few days. But you guys know what I mean. You don't have the luxury for certain things, so you know what luxury you do or don't have. So yeah, always have what you need for your essential things you need to live. You need a roof over your head, right? And then go from there. When I get back to the crib, I'll give you guys a second tip. Oh man, filmed the first part, and next thing I know, it's 5 hours later, right? But yeah, let's get to the second part though. Second thing is track your minor or your minor expenses, because they add up. So when I express this, I'm talking about subscriptions, DoorDash, things like that, because while they seem minor, they add up over time. I've seen videos where people have had over hundreds, $200 worth of subscriptions, DoorDash, ordering out. And DoorDash is not expensive. I'm gonna put right here how much people pay for DoorDash, but DoorDash is not expensive at all, and it adds up. You would get one meal, and it might equal up to $50. And I think a lot of people do stuff like DoorDash just because it's convenient. But I think that it's really a psychological thing going on, and it's scary because even me personally, I wouldn't throw myself in there. I've been in binges where I've DoorDash 3 times a week and thought nothing of it, until you're looking up one day and you're like, damn, I never have money. And when you add the math, it's so embarrassing. When you add the math about how much DoorDash you do, it gets to be real embarrassing, and you just look up and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? So yeah, man, minor expenses, keep track of that. Track that now. You can literally save yourself hundreds of dollars. My third tip: after your bills are paid, all your wants and needs that don't fall under bills, so like toiletries, things like that, write down what you absolutely need. and what's going to push you further, what's going to last. Like for instance, right? Um, and even this, some like a lotion and soap, like that may be a one-time thing. So just buy it smartly. You're not buying that every week. Um, you know, and when I say need, also like you might pay $30 for a gym membership, right? That's gonna go a long way. That's actually a worthy investment, because it's for your health. That's a worthy investment over paying for let's say something like an Amazon Prime, but you're not using it all the time, or you're paying for some type of like a movie subscription, or like a some type of TV service, but it's like you barely watch TV, or um, you know things that, even though I said it before, but things that you don't need, just get rid of it, and things that you do need, like separate what you do need and what you don't need. And for me personally, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my gym membership because that's for my health. But all this other stuff, like you know, like using services on apps, on like in your phone too, and stuff like that. Like all that stuff you don't need. Like I was even using the food tracking app, and one day I just like, yo, like all I gotta do is use the free version. I just gotta record my food and that's it. Count my calories. That's all I need. Like I don't need something to. I don't need all the extra features. You know what I'm saying, to see how much water I'm drinking in a day. All I gotta do is do the math and do that myself. You know what I'm saying? Like even the apps like get you like you think you need it, but you really don't. So just figure that out. Like what do you absolutely need, and get rid of all the stuff that you don't need. You'll save yourself a lot of money. Number four, learn to not overspend. This is easier said than done, but I think an easy way to not overspend would be, um, of course, you know how much you make a week, and you should know how much you make a week, and you should know how much you make a month, right? So if you're tight for money, you know that paying paying for something, or just having a week where you might splurge, that can set you back, a month or two, right? So learn to take care of the urge of not to overspend. You know, um, and when I say get rid of all this stuff, like if you DoorDash, that's cool, but maybe say, you know what, I'm gonna cook food, maybe spend $90 worth of food, and I'm gonna cook the whole week. And then on the weekend, I'm gonna get DoorDash to treat myself, or use that as like a celebration. Like, yo, I made it through a week. I didn't spend no money on food like that. Do things like that. Um, and I'm gonna even tie this under there, like the urge to make a big purchase. So to me, that's anything over $300. That could be something like clothes, or you're buying a TV. Something that's worth something. You know what I'm saying? Big purchases, I would say, again, always ask yourself, do you need it? Is it going to serve as a benefit my current lifestyle? Um, and it's not. It don't even have to be like a certain need. Like um, overspending, I think is more so of like a mental thing, because I could think, oh, I'm doing this for myself. I'm gonna spend 500 on getting new clothes, but even me being into fashion, like a lot of people don't realize that you don't need designer. You don't need to buy so much clothes to know how to dress. So to counteract overspending on clothes, go through your wardrobe. You might need better socks because your socks are dingy. Um, Maybe you don't have button ups, so maybe you should focus on getting button ups. Like me personally, I focus on getting clothes in stages. So if I were to get clothes now, I would focus on getting maybe some more hoodies, because a lot of my hoodies are, seen a better days. Or I might get a pair of new sneakers because my sneakers are, you know, a little rough. You know what I'm saying? So, um, counteracting overspending is just the realization or the maturing that I could use something, but I don't need this much. You know, I probably should just spend 200 on clothes, wait 3 months, get more clothes, and now I have it. You know, now I have double amount of clothes for less. I'm not saying you don't have to think like that unless you got it like that. It's cool, but you can always thrift, Depop. You know what I'm saying? You can always find something for cheaper, and you can always find alternatives with clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always find alternatives, and you don't always have to get the um, craziest TV. You can get a TV at Walmart or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about these things of, is this really going to benefit me? And you should always think, will this set me back? If it won't set you back, then you're cool. But if it will, really think about it. And number five, my last point. My last point would be change your relation with money. Um, kind of mentioned this before. I think some of us have all been through a period where we have this needy mindset, or like we think like, what's the word, man? We have this mindset of like, shit, like if I don't spend it now, I'm just not gonna have it. You know, like just having like this non-abundance mindset about money. You have to get out of that because if you're not making enough, uh, either you're going to get like another job, a better one, or learn how to make more, or you just going to make the best of your situation. So, I've seen it so many times where people have this relationship with money, like it's just like spend, 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 but you have to really think about the future. Like always consider future. Always consider, what this purchase set me back a good amount of time. Always think about, you know, just think about being smart, saving. Are you putting money to the side? Are you, you know, are you paying off debt? Debt. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You should always be thinking about that. It shouldn't always be spend, spend, spend. As soon as you get your check, you're spending this or third. You're going to here. You're going there. Like they don't teach the average person this, but some people have to really learn. Like at the end of the day, we use money as a tool. So once you realize that money is a tool, I feel like you learn how to navigate better. You know, so now you might think twice about buying some J's. I love J's too, by the way, y'all. But you might think twice about buying J's. You might think like, you know what, I'm gonna save money and it's worth going to Hawaii, spending 3,000, than spending 3,000 on Gucci or upscale designer. Your priorities just change. The way you shift, the way you think just makes you shift. So just change your relationship with money, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in a place where you never have the right amount to do the things that you want. Think of it as a marathon. Suffer now, have happiness later, have than to have instant gratification now and then suffer later. That's why I feel like, or how you should think with having money and making money. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I was just going to top of the head. It wasn't my best, but um, that was just one of my things I want to get off this year for 2026, and that's something I want to do in 2026. So I figured I'd share my outlook on it, because I know struggles with money is a real thing, and I think some people make so much that, especially single people, if you're single, you make money, you may not realize you don't realize your bad money habits until you take a pay cut, or until you make less. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, think a lot of people are naive as far as money struggles. They've never, um, some people have never been in a position where they have to figure out if they want to pay a certain bill or another one's going to lag, or they may have to um, hold off on paying certain things just to survive, you know. So um, money management is a real thing. It's not taught like how it should be. But those are my thoughts, man. I don't want to make this lengthy at all. But remember to like, comment, subscribe. And I didn't drop last week, but when y'all see this, you know what I'm saying? I'm being more consistent. Let me know what y'all think, man. Life with Don, we out. Peace.